Welcome back to Rich Librarians, our segment where we delve deeper into the lore of the world of Mithrasa.
Bonjour.
In today's episode, I wanted to start at the very beginning. Amaia is on a quest to uncover the forgotten past. I want to know what this forgotten past is, how did this forgetting happen, and why does Amaia care?
That's all. Well, I'd better get started.
Yes, I thought it's better to push you into the deep end and coerce you to answer. Why should we care about the past? Why?
All right then, cozy up because this will take a while. Our story begins in a world known as Earth. The conditions on Earth are much like our very own Earth, except that living beings in this world seem extremely aware of the presence and power of the air surrounding them. There are 3 ages of the Earth. The first age is the age of the mountains, and this has much to do with the very formation of the world's land masses, rivers, flora, and fauna.
Our very first lore video of the Asavan mountain related to this age, correct?
Yes, the story of how the Asavan mountain split and the growth of the massive banyan tree that crowns it. It takes place in this age, and as you will remember, the story of the Asavan mountain was revealed to Amaia by the clouds that enveloped the mountain. That was Amaia's first experience of actually recognizing the language of air.
The name Earth itself is a combination of earth and air, right? Referring to the power of the language of air?
Absolutely. The word Earth is inspired by Dr. David Abram's writings, which have had the strongest influence on my world building, particularly in the creation of the Asavan arc. In his book, Spell of the Sensuous, Abram encourages readers to consider how we don't live on the earth, but in it. And combining the words earth and air is a clever way to represent the argument.
But also in the context of fantasy worlds. When I first heard you use the word, I could kind of already imagine that when we were talking about the earth, we were talking about a world where people can use and control air to do all sort of things. Sort of like the airbenders in Avatar.
I think there have been so many people who have made that comparison. I see the comment section and viewers are saying, oh, this animation reminds me of Avatar, or Bo reminds us of Appa, and I love that. I'm thrilled whenever I read that. However, that similarity should not be mistaken for the two worlds being the same. The key difference here is that in the world of Earth, people don't control the air like airbenders do. The language of air is not a superpower, but actually a way of communicating with the more than human world.
Which brings us to the second age, or the age of the gods, when the language of air is actually most advanced, correct?
Yes, so the stage of the first age is occupied mostly by non-human actors and marked by shifting geographies. It's in the second age that humans have developed ways and means to communicate with the non-humans. And by that, I don't just mean wild animals and trees, but also the world of the gods. The language of air allows humans to communicate with the immortals that move freely across the earth in the second age.
This is the age Ishrakin was born. He is one of these immortals, right?
Actually, no, he's not an immortal. He's the human reincarnation of the god of gods. For all intents and purposes, Ishrakin lives and breathes like other mortals do. But he has powers well beyond any that other living beings possess.
Alright. So the first age is where the world takes shape and the earth is people with living beings. And the second age is when humans have evolved and learned to communicate with the forces that shape their world. And Ishrakin, hero or villain, it's difficult to say right now, is born in the second age as a human.
Yes, and it's interesting you point that out, that it's unclear whether Ishrakin is a hero or a villain, because the second age, where cities like Amaia are prospering and Asawans are gaining more power and influence, actually abruptly comes to an end because of Ishrakin. He causes the great forgetting, so that in the third age, when Amaia is born, nobody has any memory of the Asawans or the gods that lived among them.
How does he cause the great forgetting and why?
I'm not telling you that, but I will say that it wasn't what he intended.
I really can't wait to read the full story. The suspense is too much for me. I have my own theory and my own version of what happened, but I can't wait to know the truth.
What is your theory?
Okay, hear me out. So I think Ishrakin will lose the woman he loves and then in anger cause everyone to forget everything to ease his pain.
I see that.
My theory is cliche, I know, but a plot doesn't need to be original to be great, right? It's how it's written.
Well, I won't comment, but the story of Ishrakin, when I write it and you read it, is not going to be his story alone, because it will be guided by Amaia's intention to uncover the story of that age, not just Ishrakin. So it will be written from the gaze of the Asawan.
You're being so unfair. This is so twisted. Like, nobody will actually believe me when I say that I manage a writing and art studio. But I have no clue what the story or the project we're working on is about.
Yes.
Are you sure you're not going to tell me?
No.
One thing.
No.
Give me a morsel, a nugget.
Not at all.
Okay. Moving on. The memory of the second age, then, is completely wiped out for all humankind. And we are now in the third age, the age of heroes and forgetting, where Amaia is born.
Correct. Amaia is going to be the first and last Asavan of the third age. Amaia is born into the nomadic tribe of the Ari people. The Ari people journey the breadth of the river Anume. They never deviate from this path. But Amaia left her tribe to search for her younger sister Ami. Ami was lost during the festival of Isir Itum, which marks the end and the beginning of the Ari people's journey. The festival is also the backdrop for the initiation of children aged 11 into the tribe so that they may get their tribe tattoos. It is Amaia's longing for Ami which brings her to the Middle Hills to become an Asavan. She thinks she can use the language of air to figure out what happened the night Ami went missing. So she makes the journey to Asavan Mound, and there she begins to find evidence of a past she knows nothing about, but happens to be key to becoming a cloud master.
Evidence like?
Bo, the best evidence of the second age is an actual living being from that age who has witnessed it all. Bo becomes her companion, and it's difficult to explain just how important he is to her journey. Bo encourages Amaia to go to the Nawadnir forest and to speak to the forest to understand what happened to the Asawans and to Bo's kind. And it is in the forest that Amaia learns about Ishrakin. And after that, when she returns to the Asawan monastery and Bo, she can start practicing the language of air.
Also, for people who might not know, Bo is a Uhu cow. Uhu cows were the beloved companions of the Asawans and had the magical ability to blow out clouds. But due to the presence of Som, the elixir of immortality running in their veins, the Uhu cows were often poached by hunters. And because of this, the Asawans became their sworn guardians.
Yes, during the second age, Bo witnessed something he was not supposed to. Fearing for his life, his mother made a deal with the banyan tree to protect Bo in exchange for the storm running through his veins. When he wakes up in the third age, the Uhu cows have long ceased to exist, and he has been drained of most of the psalm in his body.
I'm telling you now, nothing, and I mean nothing better happened to Bo. I am telling you, I begin to see red every time I hear Bo's story, and I feel like hacking that banyan tree in two.
Bo is absolutely safe and secure with Amaia, not to worry.
In the new video we just released, the Festival of Light on River Agi, Bo looks so adorable. He is just too cute. Honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, how do videos of Bo not just get millions of views? He's so irresistible.
Yes, if you remember, Bo was the first character I actually designed. His playlist, Bo's Memories, was one of the first videos I conceived.
I know. A bit of BTS for new watchers. Bo is indeed a boy calf, but he is inspired by a Labrador, Yasu, through and through. When we rescued Yasu, he was just 42 days old, and he has not left your side ever since.
I'm glad that your retelling of the story is not as wild as when you were telling it the other day.
Oh my god, yes. That was unbelievable. So, alright, more BTS. The other night, we went out with a couple of friends we hadn't seen in a long time. And we started talking about romantic relationships. And my friend asked me, "Have you found someone you like?" And I was like, "Yes, I found the perfect man." But then someone stole him from me. And you won't believe who it was. You know her. You could see that our friends were on the edge of their seats. They were waiting for the name. And I said, "My sister stole him from me." The table went quiet. Everyone was so divided. The tension was palpable. Then I showed them the picture of Yasu and I said, "This is him."
That conversation was epic.
I love doing that to people. Like, I'll be sipping on wine and casually saying things about you to common friends. Like, "Yeah, she has a new muse. He's tall, dark, and handsome." And they are like, "Tell us his Instagram, tell us more." And I'm like, "No, he's one of those private trust fund kids, you know. He doesn't like to show what all he has. He's not on social media." And then they beg for pictures, and then I show them Yasu. I love doing that. It's like pulling the rug under their feet and watching them recognize how invested they were in the gossip is just priceless.
But he has certainly inspired many aspects of performing.
I think this is actually a great place to end this episode because it sets us up nicely for our next episode, Companion Animals in World Building, where we can look at other famous companion animals and what the role of a companion animal is in the world of Mithrasa.
Yes, human-animal relationships are very significant to the world I'm trying to build. It would be fantastic to talk more about this.
Absolutely.
I hope we can see all of you Rich Librarians back again for more details. With each episode, we intend to delve deeper into topics and bring more stories to you. Something else I would like to talk about is what books, writers, and art inspire certain aspects of World of Mithrasa as well.
Right, it would be fantastic if these videos could also double as any creative writer's archive of inspiration.
Absolutely. See, most writers in 2025 have personal social media accounts showing their process and journey, which is great. But what was very important to me when I conceived the World of Mithrasa was that I wanted to create content that actually helps the process and journey of other writers and creators as well. The idea wasn't to create ambience playlists. I actually wanted to curate playlists that would help with creative projects. People can tune in while they work on their would-be bestsellers.
Exactly. So many times people think success in the creative field is zero sum. If you have a book or art piece that everyone loves, then my project won't be loved as much.
Right, the system heightens that insecurity in people. And it's not like I'm immune to it, I feel it too. But our YouTube channel really helps me overcome this because the community here is so positive, so supportive. I love it when people share their work and ideas. That truly makes my day.
Same. And this is where we will end this episode. Until the next time, lovelies.
See you very soon.